Taking a look at it, when we talk about those top 16 seeds, especially those number ones, usual suspects up there, Gonzaga, Auburn, Arizona, of course, making some noise last night, and the defending champs Baylor out in the East in that number one spot. All right, time to break down some of that, of course, with the man behind all this, Jerry Palm, who gets no sleep nowadays, leading to Selection Sunday, of course. Let's start in the Big 12 here, getting interesting. Kansas going down along with Texas as well, but Baylor, Texas Tech, and TCU kind of stacking those W's. What are we seeing now from that conference?
Yeah, the top six teams in that league have really separated themselves from the rest of the league, which is all, the teams that are not going to make the tournament, including Oklahoma State, who is ineligible. As of yesterday, all 10 of the teams were in the top 75 of the net. So there are no nights off in this league, and Kansas found that out again last night. Kansas is still pretty solid as a number 2 seed, and there's a gap between them and the rest of the twos. But the Big 12 is going to put 6 teams in the field pretty comfortably into the field. And TCU, Iowa State are the two that are going to be probably at the bottom of that list. But even still, probably no worse than an 8-9 game.
Forgot the Cyclones, but as you mentioned there, of course, we see it. They're possibly getting in when it comes to that conference out there. All right, from the Big 12 to the Big East, Creighton, they're fourth in that conference. They get UConn tonight. If they win tonight in this game, does that increase their chances of getting a bid here for them?
Oh, very much so, because right now, Creighton is trying to reprove itself as an NCAA caliber team without star freshman guard Ryan Nebhard, who is out for the year after injuring his wrist 2 games ago. They were beaten pretty badly by Providence, but now they've got a couple more chances with UConn and I believe Seton Hall, both at home to end the regular season to show that they can still play NCAA tournament quality basketball. Otherwise, Selection Sunday could be kind of nervous for them.
We'll see how that pans out there. You see UConn when it comes to the Big East, right behind Nova and Providence, projected as a 4 seed, and Creighton a possible 9 seed. We'll see what happens in that matchup. In the Big 10, Rutgers at Indiana, maybe a double bubble action here. Our Matt Norlander saying that earlier today. Who needs to win more if you're looking at from both sides of this?
Well, definitely Rutgers. And I don't even consider them a bubble team anymore after losing 3 in a row following that 4-game winning streak that got them a lot of attention. They need to win tonight to really just get back into consideration. They're right now at 16-12 overall. They've got some nice wins, but they also have some pretty bad losses, and it all makes for kind of a mess as a resume. They're in the 80s of the net at the moment, so they need to win to really have much of a shot at all. But Indiana needs this as well because this is a home game against a team that's decent. So, they're the 4th team out in my bracket today. So if they want to move up, this is the kind of game that they have to win. Otherwise, they find themselves absolutely having to win at what's likely to be a pretty angry Purdue on Sunday.
Big Ten has become interesting the past couple of days. We just saw what happened to Purdue. Wisconsin, of course, getting that W there. And the SEC is an interesting 4-headed monster where you got Auburn, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Alabama. What are we seeing from them in that conference?
Yeah, and you don't even mention Arkansas, who's one of the hottest teams in the country, having won 13 to their last 14. So this is a really good league. They're going to put 6 teams, and including LSU, in the top half of the bracket. And then there's a big gap, though, to the rest of the league. And the only other team that's really got a legitimate chance to make the bracket is Florida. And that chance came about because they beat Auburn a week or so ago. So, Florida's still a fringe team at best, one of the last 4 in. But those top 6 are all fighting for really good seeds and possible success in the NCAA tournament.
All right, I got to put some respect on Eric Musselman, of course, as you mentioned there. The Razorbacks have been pretty good this year, him turning that program around. Jerry Palm, as always, laying it out there for us when it comes to college basketball. Appreciate your time. You can catch all the guys talking about it. Matt Norlander, Gary Parrish from the Eye of College Basketball podcast, laying out what we've seen, of course, over the weekend when it comes to those top seeds going down, but also trending towards Selection Sunday. Download and give them a follow.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.